task of remounting my front mount intercooler. Now previously we did have it mounted, however it dragged so close to the floor that unfortunately when we actually went to load it onto a ramp it got stuck and it pretty much just scraped on the flat floor anyways, and the last thing I want to do is risk punching any more holes in this. So yeah, today what we need to do is weld a bracket onto the front of the car, basically just make that, get it onto the car, and then hopefully happy days. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll get this sorted. So the first thing I need to do is start out by removing the tow hook, just because, well, the intercooler is probably going to be in, well, obviously in this area somewhere. We're thinking about getting our bar welded in from there to there, just to try and the latch. But we'll start out by removing that anyway, so we can get that all out of the way, so we've got a bit more room to work with, and then yeah, we'll take it from there. Wow. Alright, one more to go. Jesus Christ. This is why I love rusty old Nissans. So it turns out I forgot one. There's another one down the side of the radiator I completely forgot about, so if you're going to do this, make sure you take all the bolts off first, because it'll definitely work a lot better if you take them off. Right, hopefully you should come out right now, please. That was so much easier. All the rust falling out of it, like, ew. Alright, so now that the tow hook is out of the way, what I can start to do is basically mock up kind of where I want this. Now, I've already had a look at it, and I roughly need it to be probably about there. So the best place probably going to be able to do it is welding off of these tabs right here. So just kind of prop it up, then we'll start marking out metal. So I want it roughly there. So that way when the intercooler piping comes around we can pull it up a little bit, that one can still reach it and this one will still be able to reach it as well. Now my only concern about welding a bracket onto here was the hood latch. Now I think we might get lucky, it may just clear it. And obviously with this mounted out low as well, we're still going to get enough flow to get to the oil cooler and the radiator, so it'll be alright. But yeah, let's start mocking up the metal and yeah, we'll see what we can do. Right, so the piece of metal I'm using is just a bit of, well, square, cube, steel. Now, this I picked up, it wasn't that expensive, it must have cost me about 15 quid all in all. But yeah, basically what I just need to do, I'm literally just going to mock up to see kind of roughly how much of it I'm going to need, so we can still get it onto these two top mounts on here. So the idea is that we're going to drill through here, the intercooler is going to bolt straight to this, then what we'll do, we'll have this, is going to weld onto here, and then weld onto here as well, and then that way, that should be solid and hopefully stop me from scraping my intercooler again. Hopefully. Not guaranteed, hopefully. For obvious reasons, normally this would be the point where I'd say it's always a good idea to wear safety gear, and I should be wearing safety gear. However, I don't seem to know where any of it is, and I cannot find any of it. So opposed to that, I'm going to hope for the best, put my hood up, and I don't get burned. Yeah, literally just what I was going to do is just going to take an angle grinder and cut through where I've marked it, mock it back up on the car quickly and see how we go from there. So, fingers crossed. Right, so that's like a bit hot. Right, by no means the prettiest cut in the world, but obviously we can clear that up, so it's not too much of a problem. So what we'll do is grind that back a little bit so it's actually flat. That'll probably help. And then yeah, we'll start mocking this up on the front of the car. So when it comes to mocking this up on the front end, as you can see, I've got a little bit of overhang either side, but it's not too bad considering, you know, any mistakes I make, it's better to have too much than too little, so that's absolutely fine. So what we'll need to do now, we're going to need to drill some holes through the top of this so we can mount the intercooler in it. Again, then I'll just double check. And then what we need to do, we need to cut out probably 3/4 of an inch, something like that. And what we'll do, we'll weld those, tack weld them directly onto there. And again, same with this side. And then that way what we can do, we can weld that bar onto those two little brackets, and then we can have the intercooler hanging straight down, and then obviously we'll probably need to do some bracing along the bottom or something along those lines as well, but we can figure that one out afterwards. So that's what we want. So we're going to need to mark it. Well, I had something to mark it with, which I don't because I've become prepared. Right, and with that, X marks the spot, or star, or whatever that I've just drawn on it. Something like this. Right, so that's first hole drilled. I'm just going to come out the other side. Alright, so we've got a guide hole now on either side of it. And then what we'll need to do is just widen that a bit to just accept a bolt big enough to go into the top of that. And then yeah, once we've done that, do the other side, repeat the same process again. And then it's time to get on the car. Alright, so just quickly off camera, I've widened up these holes to accept the bolt. See, widening a hole isn't the most exciting thing in the world. So now I've got our intercooler. Now what should happen now, we'll get that one through there. And then that's it, well, should bolt straight into our intercooler. So we'll shorten the bolt a little bit so it fits in properly, but basically now what we need to do, now that one's on, so that isn't going anywhere, we need to get this other one marked out. Again, we'll just do the same. Right, so we've got that one now. So again, just make a quick dimple in it. I found some WD-40 to use this time around as well, so happy days. So again, done both sides. And again what we'll do, we'll just widen that hole quickly and get it sorted. Right, so we actually ended up getting quite lucky. I was managed to find another bolt that fits in this, so we can just do it that way instead. And obviously, as you can see, it's, you know, that's not going anywhere at all. That's in no good. So what we do now, we'll put it up here. Then we start mocking up how we're going to get this on the car. So, like I said earlier on, I was thinking about doing it off of these, and then that way I can just have it straight there. So what we'll do is we'll take that one off quickly, flip that one up. Okay. Right, so realistically, it probably needs to come out. It's probably end up going to be about a ½ inch or so. Maybe about 3/4 of an inch. So what we'll do, we'll cut out two little brackets that are going to be about 3/4 of an inch, and that's going to go in between there, and then obviously in between there. Then what we'll do is, again, like I said, we'll tack it onto the frame here, and then we'll tack this bar onto it with the intercooler still on, so obviously, you know, we're all mocked up and we know we're happy. And then once we've done it, we'll weld it properly, and we'll take it from there. Alright, so we've got our off cut from earlier on. Now, I've just had a quick measure of it, and to be honest, if we were to cut this in half, that would probably be pretty much perfect. However, like I said, it did come out a bit rough. So, change that disc on the angle grinder. We'll see if we neaten it up a little bit first. Again, if I had a vice or something, my life would probably be so much easier, however I don't. So we've got to make do with what we've got. So we've got these two. Again, I mean, maybe that one's just a little bit bigger and needs to be ground down a teeny tiny bit further, but you get the gist of it. Cool. Alright, maybe still a lot. So yeah, we'll just finish that up quickly and then we'll get mounted on the car. Right, so now we've got these two pretty much perfect, you know, they're the same size, again, a little bit rough around the edges, but we'll clean them up properly before we weld them. So, the idea is now that one gets tacked onto there, and then what we'll do once that's been tacked onto there, again, is basically just make sure we're happy with absolutely everything, and then once we've done that, this bar basically gets welded onto here. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be our intercooler mount. So obviously we need to get rid of all the gunk, grease and paint and everything in between. So we'll take a wire brush to these two sections here, just to make sure everything's off of them. And then yeah, once we've done that, we're pretty much ready to start welding, so obviously all our prep's done. Now, before I do any welding at all, I'd like to point out, I've never actually been taught how to weld. It was just kind of a skill I wanted to learn, so in terms of technique, probably not the best. So if I see any comments or anything saying you're terrible at welding, believe me, I know, but everyone's gonna start somewhere, so. Right, what we'll do now, like I said, we'll prepare everything for welding, you know? Yeah, that'll be good. I forgot I had this. I'd like to point out this is bad even for me. So we've had to repair the welder quickly, but now it actually feeds wire, which is, you know, quite a good quality to have in a welder. So right, okay, so we're gonna have that set on for right. Like I said, I by no means have the best technique in the world, but we'll see what we can do. I didn't even think about that. Right, we'll tap on the side, I think, first, and we'll just stop it from moving. So that's all. Or not. Right, so that's the first tack done. So there's the first tack welds in place. We've got 3 on there. Again, not going anywhere. Again, just welded it. It's hot. I never learn. So we're not going anywhere at the moment. So again, need to clean up the other side very quickly. So we'll get that done. Okay, right, same again. Tack weld it in place. Help if I knew where I put my mask, which is over there. Okay, the same again. So as you can see, those are our tack welds. We've got a couple on this one, and again just the same on that one over there. So what we'll do now, we'll offer up that bar that we made earlier, and it's going to run across there to that one, and then if it all lines up, we'll tack it in place and then just weld everything on. So with the intercooler, we wanted it there, and again it's more or less perfect, or probably as perfect as I'm going to be able to get anyways. So what we'll do, we'll just clean up these edges very quickly, and then yeah, we'll get welding. So, wire brush again. Right, so now we've got both these sides cleared up, so we can get a clean weld, or clean-ish weld. I went and got the jack out of the car very quickly just because I was being an idiot and lazy. So what we'll do now, we'll jack that into position, which is so much easier than balancing on blocks of wood. So what we'll do now, again, time to weld. Right, so it's looking like that's all in place. So what we'll do, take this all off quickly just to double check. There you go. Right, so that's pretty much the perfect spot. So what we can do is obviously we can get all the water-filled intercooler piping back on. So obviously that one can go back onto there. I mean, we'll need to shorten down the pipe a little bit anyway, so that's not going to be an issue. Again, same story over here. So that one's just going to come straight back on, and hopefully should go straight back over. And then once it's all said and done, and once that one's stopped being so stubborn, we'll get that all back on and we're good to go. So anyways, finish up these welds quickly, so we've got everything falling off at all, and we'll get it all sorted. So unfortunately, as I was doing this side, the camera actually died. So I'm not sure how much of it was actually recorded. However, the welds. This side's been completely welded now, and I've tried to clear it up a little bit, or as best as I can. Again, the welds, probably what you refer to as pigeon shit welds. However, they've got penetration. You know, they're ugly as sin, but you know, that's, if I can get this off, you know, that's not going anywhere, which is what we were after. So again, we'll just do the same for this side, get this one all welded in place, and then yeah, we'll hang the intercooler and see how it looks. Okay, like I said, by no means pretty, but again, they can be cleaned up and they'll do the job. So start cleaning them up now. So there we go. Like I said, it's in no means a pretty looking weld, but it's got penetration on it and it's solid on both sides. So someone who can't weld, I'm quite happy with it. Yeah, we'll test it now. Hopefully it's alright. Right, now the real question is, I've got no idea how much an intercooler weighs, but you know, that is on there solid. So the question is if it can support me, which it can. I'm pretty sure it's going to be able to support an intercooler. So what we'll do now, we'll mount it up on it quickly, and yeah, we'll see how it looks. Right, and there we go. She's so that's not going anywhere anytime soon. Right, so as you can see, we've successfully mounted the front mount intercooler. Again, not the best welding, but for someone who has never been taught and have £15 to complete this whole front section, I think we've done all right. Again, we've seen them take the weight of me, so I've got no doubt in my mind they won't be able to take the intercooler. So yeah, again, what I need to do now is just reconnect the piping, get all that sorted. I won't do that on film because there's nothing interesting about reconnecting a pipe in the slightest. So yeah, I need to have a look through the list and decide what we're going to do on the next episode. So obviously that concludes today. But if you want to see more of this content, again, rate, subscribe, like, share, whatever it is you want to do with it, feel free. But ignore the dislike button. We don't like the dislike button. It's not a good button. So yeah, if you'd like to see more, just subscribe. It's going to be around. I think it's down on the left, but I'm gonna point both ways just to be sure. But you know, if you want to subscribe, see more of this content, again, we'll try and post videos as often as I can. So yeah, thanks for your time, and there you go.